So the divorce process in Maine, it is a process. So the first step is if somebody wants to file for divorce, they have to file a complaint for divorce. The paperwork is established by the Maine Supreme Court. It's the same exact paperwork. If somebody wants to file it themselves, the attorneys use the same paperwork. It's usually a number of documents that are a part of it. So there's the complaint, there's a Social Security disclosure number, there's a preliminary summons and injunction, there's a financial statement, a certificate regarding real estate if there's real estate involved. There's a number of documents that comprise the complaint for divorce. It needs to be served on the other party. So that is done in certain ways, often using a sheriff. Once that party has been served, the proof of service, along with the original complaint for divorce, is filed with the clerk. The clerk has it. Clock's ticking once that person's been served for two reasons. The first one is the soonest the parties can get divorced is 60 days from being served. The second reason is they have a period of time in when they can file an answer and counterclaim if they would like. That's usually 21 days. The clerk, once they have the paperwork, they're going to try to schedule it out, usually 45 days out, for a case management conference. That's the first court event that the parties are required to attend. They're going to be there. If they have their attorneys, they'll be there with their attorneys. If they don't have attorneys, they're themselves. Usually there's a number of cases called on that day for the parties to participate. And the court will kind of see what next steps need to go forward. So often they'll schedule it for a mediation. That's kind of the next step in the process. It could be a couple weeks out, it could be a month out. After that, if the parties haven't reached an agreement, it's always working its way towards a final hearing in front of a judge. So if the parties find it useful, they can engage in a couple mediations. They can engage in a negotiation, which is informal, between the parties, seeing if they can reach a resolution. But it's always working its way towards a final hearing in front of a judge. And so typically from start to finish, if it's contested and there's, it's conflict along the way, it could last over a year. If the parties are on the same page to, getting a resolution in the matter, the quickest, like I said, can get divorced is 60 days from the date of being served. And so that is the quickest the parties can have a court grant it. But the court, if they know about a resolution and the parties let the court know about it, so that the court can schedule it for a divorce hearing and uncontested, and they'll try to get off, the books as quick as possible because they want the parties to be able to move on and kind of go from there. So that's kind of the divorce process in a nutshell.